I mean, delicious, another delicious irony that has come up as well. And I do want to hear from you about this as well. Now, this is I've got to be honest, the surprise, let's be honest, that there might be a possibility the Rwanda policy is actually providing a deterrent, because it would appear, according to the Irish government, who are up in arms and very, very angry, and they've already said they've already accepted quite a lot of migrants from other EU countries already, that they are facing an influx of people who've arrived across the Channel from France to the UK, to Britain, who then travelled to Northern Ireland as part of the UK, and then with no hard border, of course, everyone was saying we mustn't have a hard border with inside the island of Ireland, crossing that border south into the Republic of Ireland, because, according to the Irish government, they fear that they could be sent to Rwanda under this new policy. Before it's even in place, they have been arriving. There's been an 80% increase in the number of those arriving in that way. So the Irish have said to the British government, a meeting this morning was cancelled by our end, the Home Secretary James Cleverly said, basically, we want you to take these people back. They're your responsibility, take them back. And our government has said, well, OK, we will, but only if the EU, of which you, Ireland, are a part, agree that France has to take back the Channel migrants who come across the Channel from France, which seems to me, Sam, to be remarkably fair. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. The British government refusing, unless the EU agree, that France must take back Channel migrants. I want to know what your reaction is. Do give us a call, 0344 499 1000, text 87222, or get in touch on X at talkTV. I'm sure you have an opinion on that. Sam, what do you make of this?
Well, look, this proves that deterrents work. If you put up a barrier, and look, if you're leaving France, the chances are you don't wish to end up in Rwanda. France, let's not forget, safe country. Yeah. They all pretend it's not. They all pretend that they're desperate refugees fleeing at gunpoint the beaches of Calais in order to turn up here. No. So we've got this system in, and now they're all going. And this is why the system has to work. It has to continue to work. But look, I'm very happy to encourage them. I'll hire a coach right now if you can get me 50 of them.
Well, as Mike Graham was just saying, given the cost of sending people to Rwanda, I think we were looking at something like 1.8 million quid per person. And then you're looking at the cost of people being kept in hotels or hostels or on a barge in maybe Stockholm or in a camp, whatever it is. The huge cost of this, actually, I was like, hire a coach, hire a few cars, take people over on the ferry to Northern Ireland, send them across the border. Ta-ra, not our problem anymore. And remember, Ireland's in the EU, so it's a nice country. They're nice, not like us horrible, xenophobic, racist people.
Yeah, and look, this proves an important point, of course, which is that France could stop this problem altogether, right? France could tomorrow say, look, anyone going across, we'll take them straight back. Within a week, this problem would stop.
And everyone says, but France doesn't want them. No, but the point is, most of those people have travelled through France, which is pretty unwelcoming to migrants in terms of the benefits you can get, the help with the asylum system, the legal help. They only really actually, come through France to travel up to Calais and sit there often for many months in Calais, those camps, blighting the lives of people in that area. That they only do that because they want to come to the UK. If they know you're going to go to the UK, you're going to try and get on a boat, and you're going to be shipped back to the same beach a few hours or even a day later, they're not even going to travel through France. Yeah, it's in their interest too.
Yeah, and look, it is a deliberate policy. I apologise for putting it this highly, but there are people in the EU that are trying to use the UK as a human dumping ground for those people that they consider undesirable. They don't want these people, so they are deliberately not doing quite as much as they could do in order that this flow keeps coming and that their own problems peter out for two reasons. Firstly, that they don't have to take them, and secondly, so that they have something to point to when people in the EU turn around and say, hang on, we joined this club so that we could have some trade, so that we could, use the euros, so we could travel freely, and now all of a sudden we're having to take tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, in some cases millions of migrants as part of this deal.
Germany, Dick. Yeah, exactly. And again, it was interesting. We've got another loophole that's been being exploited here in the UK. What a surprise. Tens of thousands applying for student visas so you can come here for a temporary period of time, and everyone says, oh, is it brilliant for our economy, the brightest and the best. These are people who are coming here to learn English, some of them. These are people who, we had that case recently of, someone involved in an attack where, They're supposedly studying at university in Bedfordshire. They're living miles away, hundreds of miles away. There's no way in the world they're actually doing the course. It's all a big scam. They come in, and then what a surprise, they then, at the end of that visa, apply for asylum. And we are talking about tens and tens of thousands of people. Also, by the way, the UK is starting to detain Channel migrants as of today. It was supposed to be within a week. Now it's as of today, we're told, for deportation. Again, whether that actually happens or not.